The following program is rated MA and may contain themes that may not be appropriate for all viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
On the block, hip-hop trendsetters, the school of hard knocks and that attitude era. Yeah, I just wanted to be one of the best, holding the mic as I'm yelling out D-Generation X. I will remember it. I never forget it. We've come a pretty long way. There's so much I can say. It's never really gone away.
We've got Raw in Ontario, but I'm not talking Ontario, Canada, talking Ontario, California, guys. It's Chris Best, OMD, and Bubba Duke along for the Raw Patrol here, and right now we're starting off with, starting off with our usual, the wrestlers making their way into the arena, but it started off a little bit different with showcasing the fans at the merch stands, which I thought was interesting.
I did too, and especially because of the way, and especially with the signs that were up there, because I had sort of pegged those signs, especially to be prevalent during tonight's, what I believe is going to be the main event. And then, yes, we got Bron Breakker coming off the elevator, Jey Uso walking into the building. We've got Dom pulling up in Daddy's lowrider.
Right?
Definitely. Oh, somebody's getting beat up on my screen.
I haven't got that far yet. I'm still watching
Me neither.
the Impala.
I can't even tell who it is. Oh.
I love that in the background we have where I'm at right now. Roddy Piper and Andre the Giant.
Right?
On the production truck.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Oh, somebody just got tossed into the merch stand. Holy.
Yeah, it's Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed. Sorry, OMD, if we're ahead of you on that one.
It's Braun Strowman.
Yeah, that's Braun Strowman.
Yeah, sorry.
Bro.
Hey, it's one of the Brons.
Right. Yeah, Braun Strowman and Bronson Reed. I saw somebody go flying, but yeah.
What a heel. That was a total heel move. Did you see that? He just knocked some merch off the table. Like, yeah, might as well just get that.
Oh,
it looks like they're coming right to the ring.
Yeah, straight from the car right to the ring.
Okay. This is interesting.
Wonder what's on Dom's mind, especially after that loss last week. Or the beatdown, as it were.
I wouldn't even worry about it. If she's going to hold gold and continue holding gold, in my opinion, they need to put something on Dom. Make them the dynamic couple. Leeds, my man, welcome to the show. Thank you for coming by. He says, evening, you beautiful people. Thank you, good sir, for coming in. I appreciate you taking time out of your busy English day to enjoy.
And thank you, Bubba, for clicking the button for me, because my cat is wanting to. My cat is she knows when I'm working, so she decides to give me attention at that point.
But calling us beautiful is going to go straight to Chris Best's head. So
yeah,
it's the only compliment he receives in a week.
Jesus. Oh my God. Chris, we love you, dude. That's why we make fun of you. Oh, I see she is rocking a new t-shirt. Her name totally skipped my mind there for a minute.
Liv.
Yeah. I watched her remember the last scandal she had about having drugs in her car and blah 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 blah. It really wasn't drugs, it was just a vape. I watched that last night on YouTube. It popped up on my feed. Her getting pulled over and arrested and
the body cam footage. I saw that months ago.
I just caught it. All right, I'm muting my mic because I'm turning on my TV for a minute. Totally seen this happening, by the way.
Yeah, I gotta ask, what more does Liv need on this so-called revenge tour? She took everything, so like, why? It should be now Rhea's revenge, essentially.
You would think.
Just wow on that one.
Yes. Wow.
Did you get the whole promo, OMD? Bobby, you too?
That was intense, bro.
OMD, isn't it weird that last week you and I were talking about shark cage matches?
We were. We were, yes. I was waiting for it to be announced as a Hell in a Cell, but
I'm glad it's a shark cage. You don't need like 5 Hell in a Cell matches, on one show. That's
no, you don't. But I mean, you could have had the 2. You could have had Drew and Punk, and then that one.
But even 2's pushing it sometimes.
But that was the case when they ran the Hell in a Cell paper PLE.
Not necessarily. I remember the first one had like fucking 4 Hell in a Cell matches on it.
I don't ever remember that. I've only ever seen them with 2 or 1.
Yeah.
The other thing that I think would have been really cool was, if you're going to do Dom in the shark cage, do it above the cell.
Just build the triple cage and lock Dom on the top of the cage.
There you go.
Okay, I will give this to Russo in WCW booking. I actually liked the triple cage concept.
So did I.
It just was executed poorly. I think in WWE it might have been performed better.
Yeah.
And OMD, you were right on what the opening match is.
Yes.
But yeah, that promo was fire. And there's one thing I'd noticed with the way Rhea Ripley throws headbutts, she does it incredibly safe.
Yes.
Because if you're going to throw, if you guys know this, if you're going to throw a clean headbutt, you go for the chest. You don't go for the head.
Yep.
Yeah, every headbutt I've ever done was, right there, right in the hardest part of your chest, so it didn't hurt you, and it didn't hurt me.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
but if you're going
sell it.
Yeah, but if you're going to go for the headbutt towards the head, that's where you grab the hair.
Yeah.
Or if you're going to headbutt, like say you're in a match against Vinny Da Vinci, you just palm his head and then do it.
Yeah, that's how I was taught how to do it. Just grab the guy's head and make it look like you're pulling it in. Dude, I gave Vinny so many headbutts that I actually broke my knuckle because I hit my knuckle one time. And I broke the knuckle on my index finger.
Sorry, I said Vinny. I meant Diego. Diego's.
I did it with Vinny too.
Yeah, I've headbutted Vinny a couple of times too. Him and I just wrestling around in the ring one day,
I gave, who was it? I gave them a straight, I think it was Kevin Cross, actually. Our buddy Kevin. I gave him one because we both wore masks. And I missed my hand and actually hit his head. And we kind of were like, whoa.
I'll never forget the last time I actually saw Kevin Cross in the ring. It was a Rumble match that he was scheduled to take part in, and all day that day he had a lot of anxiety about him, and he's like, I'm not sure about my spot. I'm not sure. I'm like, Kevin, you're gonna do fine, because he always did fine out there, anyways.
Yeah.
So come time for his spot, he gets into his gear, he runs out, does his thing, gets tossed out, comes running to the up to the production area because him and I were running production at the same time.
Yep.
He goes up to a trash can and pukes in it.
I remember that. Because he had so much anxiety. Go ahead, Wendy.
The last time I saw Kevin Cross wrestle was the day his mask was ripped during the match.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a while ago. That was back at the university.
I remember him saying afterwards, well, good, now I can do what I've always wanted to do and be a painted wrestler.
Yes.
He still used a mask though afterwards.
He did. Yeah, he did. I think he just ordered the same one he had or modified the one he had. I remember that. the first event that I actually went to and I wasn't wrestling, I was just a fan. I think he broke his arm. It was him and I can't remember the guy's name. He was from Miami. I always called him the greaseball.
It's not Hexam, because I know Hexam
No,
bills
not
himself
Hexam.
from there.
I know Hexam. He's one of our good friends too, and I cannot remember his name. And he's at all the shows.
Taylor,
yes, Taylor. Him and Taylor were wrestling in. Yeah, Mr. Valentino. Yeah,
he'll be at the show on Thursday. I guarantee it.
Oh, he's always at the shows.
He wasn't at the last one. He was there for about 5 minutes tops. He just came in to say hi to everybody and had to go back home.
So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm bringing my mic to. Do you want me to drop my mic off to you Wednesday, or just pick it up from me at work on Thursday?
I'll pick it up from you on Thursday. It'll be easier.
Okay. Bubba is on standby for commentary just in case things go awry at work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My girlfriend, I talked to Dixie, and she's like, as long as there's a seat right beside us.
Oh, we'll make sure.
That's what I said. That's what I said. I'm like, well, man, we're gonna be there early enough, hon, that it's not even gonna matter.
I mean, if we can do that, we do that for Karl too. We always make sure Celeste has a seat by us when she's at the shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's just it. Up, whatever. I'm there. You need me.
Okay, there's a reason why Dom had the car that he drove out in. Mattel is selling a version of it.
Really?
Yeah. They're calling it the Lucha Lowrider. I would have called it something related to Eddie. And yes, I know Eddie wrestled in Lucha Libre, but he wasn't a luchador. You know what I mean?
No, he wasn't.
Dude, that car is red and gold. Latino Heat Lowrider.
It's modeled definitely after one of Eddie's earlier cars, as we saw Sami Zayn in the ring, and Mr. Ludwig Kaiser is making his way to the ring.
Mm-hmm. But literally, that's a Latino Heat right there.
Mm-hmm.
Latino Heat.
It was easy. It looks like one of the cars he may have used in 03, 04-ish, give or take.
I'm not sure if he ever used a red one. I know he had a royal green, a blue.
I'm trying to remember the car he drove in SummerSlam 04, because he did come into the ring, I believe, in a car on that one.
You'd have to look it up, dude. I can't remember.
I'd have to travel back in my memories because I was at that show.
That's such a not memorable detail for most people. Like, he came out in a cool lowrider, but what color was it really?
For somebody who's like, SummerSlam was the first pay-per-view I ever attended live, so I remember like that whole weekend. It was me, Karl, and Karl's ex-wife.
Which really surprised me. She didn't seem like she was much into the wrestling.
She actually was, but I feel like she was just in it because Karl was in it at the same time. But this is going to be a banger of a match right here. Right off the go, I see Sami slapping the taste out of Kaiser.
Sami is looking fired up, like a man on a mission.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's for like the last 2-3 weeks, he's been trying to get a title shot off of Gunther.
Yep.
Really, he's gonna he's gonna do whatever it takes to make sure he gets that match. I mean,
yeah. Now, do we see Gunther interfering in this match, or do we see Sami Zayn going over clean to get the match?
I really couldn't tell you because Gunther's not really one for run-ins, you know?
Right.
Gunther's like, he's more of the type that will attack you after the match is over. He's kind of like using that European class, as it were, you know?
Yeah. Okay, so do we see Gunther try and provide a bit of a distraction?
I think that's where it may come down to. If he comes to, he may like come and stand somewhere in the aisleway, you know, or I was going to say join commentary, but I think he would have already been there, you know?
Yeah. I think Gunther's only ever done that once. As well, again, being a true heel, he just sort of... The people don't deserve to hear my voice. They don't deserve to hear their champion speak unless...
Wow,
that was a kick to the head. My opinion, Gunther is above coming out of to interfere in this match. It's beneath him. I don't see him doing it.
That's the part I'm wrestling with, Bubba, because like Sami wants the match, Gunther doesn't want the match. Gunther should be looking. Well, actually, he shouldn't be looking elsewhere because Sami is just that sneaky. But
yep.
I also feel though that if Gunther gets involved in any way in this match, that gives Sami more leverage to say, I deserve a match because you just interfered in my match.
Yeah.
Yeah, whereas if Sami does beat Kaiser clean in this one, he can come out and say, look, I beat your lieutenant. Give me your shot, you know?
Yep.
And I said lieutenant in the American way, not the way we're supposed to be saying it in Canada, lieutenant.
Yep.
Right? Did you see me cringe?
Yeah, I cringed in my heart when I said that.
Because I made lieutenant commander at one point, which is high up in the, or no, sub-lieutenant, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
When I was in the Navy.
Yeah, that's the position my dad retired at in the Air Force, so. Well, the equivalent to that position, I should say.
Yeah. But yeah, no. This weekend, I don't know if you had a chance to get to the Bush Plane, Mr. Best.
I watched everything from my balcony.
Yeah. They had a meet and greet at it was 2:00. They all showed up at the Bush Plane.
Mm-hmm.
And I got all the autographs for my little one.
Yeah.
Right.
Got some pictures. I went and got pictures of the planes.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get the pamphlet that they were autographing.
Yeah.
I'm getting a poster frame and then printing pictures of the Snowbird jets, the F-18, and all the pilots. And I'm gonna put it in that frame for her and put it up on her wall because she is absolutely enthralled with planes.
For those of you guys who don't know, in our city over the weekend, we had something called Bush Plane Days. We had the Canadian Snowbirds, which is basically a
Canadian
show.
equivalent
A show.
of the Blue Angels.
It's the Blue Angels, just Canada version. That's all.
Okay, but not a lot of people know who the Blue Angels is, so I'm going to go into an in-depth description here and say that they are a show for the Air Force. They're like an Air Force type show. They are affiliated with the Air Force, but they're more on the entertainment side of the Air Force.
Yes.
We also had a retired F-18 fighter flyer fly his F-18, which he actually, I don't know how he got it, but he was able to buy his personal plane. There was an article on our local news.
Yes.
He was able to buy his plane and demilitarize it, like take all the weapons out of it, and
it's got no missiles.
Yeah, still able to fly it. And I'll tell you, it was this little girl right here who alerted me to everything going on, because it was quiet as hell in my apartment, first of all. And then suddenly I heard loud rumbling, and she normally doesn't perk up at loud rumbling, but she perked up this time. I'm like, okay, something's up. So I go outside to see it, and sure enough, F-18 right over my apartment. I'm like, holy shit, that was awesome.
Yeah, it was intense.
My ears are ringing from it still 2 days later.
Yeah, well, he did fly significantly low over top of the population of the city so that he could make a turn and be along the water.
Mhm.
Pardon me. Very nice guy, great pilot. Talks to you, not above you, which I mean they all do. It's really, and he is actually now he is part of and travels with the Snowbirds.
Yeah, he's my neighbor was telling me, my neighbor who lives below me was telling me, because she knows the pilot's parents, is
Yeah.
that he's the lead off pilot, like he's the one that gets everything started before the Snowbirds
Yes.
come out.
Yes, he is.
Mm-hmm.
He'll fly around and alert everybody, do a couple of cool little things, and then he'll take off, and then the Snowbirds come out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Whoa,
But right now we are back to
come on.
We're back to I'm back to fantastic action. Bubba is you're buffering, I take it.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. I'm back. We're up in the corner. I'm still lagging, but we're in the corner. Having some technical difficulties over here. Pardon me.
Well, nothing much has happened since the power bomb. Well, there was a power bomb off the turnbuckle, by the way. Both men
just
were laid
getting
out.
It now.
They're just standing up on my side.
Okay, Kaiser just kicked. He's got quite the mark on his stomach now, eh?
I just got the exploder suplex. Sammy's teasing the haluva kick on my screen.
Well, thanks for giving it away.
Yeah.
We're totally behind you,
Or
Holmes.
did I give it away? I said teasing.
You did say teasing, but that's still giving it away.
I'm trying to figure out where you guys are so that I know when
you just tossed them in the corner.
Spoil it. But no, you guys are giving me nothing.
We behind you.
Yeah.
Oh, we just powdered.
And you guys aren't even listening to what I said.
No.
I said I was giving you guys the move so that I can know when you guys are up to where I was, so I can figure out how far ahead I am so I don't spoil it.
I've got them both outside the ring now.
They're
shortly after the exploder. I never saw a tease for.
We just spit on them. Damn. I would definitely like to point out the trunks of one Kaiser. Not an inch on those things is missed with a design or some kind of logo. It's just incredible.
It's got like every time I look at the designs, it's got like a People's Jeweler kind of
right,
like the diamond commercial, you know?
Yep.
Yeah.
Diamonds are forever, that kind of commercial. That's the vibe I get just looking at the font on, his name.
Yeah.
I love that kick. He makes that look so real. Dude, I can't believe how real he makes that kick look.
We're
Sami just going to get counted out here? We're at, what, 9? Whoa, he almost got 10.
Sami is so good at that, man. Like, teasing those 9 counts.
Yep.
I get nervous watching them. Like, dude, get up. You're not going to make it.
Dude, he's like that. Like, because I was playing a bit of 2K24 in the today, and I had a match against Sami, and I was trying to go for a count-out victory to try and get a trophy for that.
Okay.
He kept on rolling in right at 9 in that game too.
That'd just drive me crazy.
It did. Let me know when you got Kaiser's feet on the ropes.
No. Oh, that's a... Okay, and there.
Yeah.
Bubba is 19 seconds, but OMD, you're about 10 to 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh, gee. Talking about Sami being good at the 9 counts, he's also good at the 2 counts as well.
Yes.
Not as good as Kurt Angle was. Though. Kurt Angle was
geez.
fantastic at those 2 counts.
1, 2, geez.
See how close the ref's hands gets when he kicks out?
That was close.
Well, the crowd's on their feet now.
I mean, how could you not be?
Yeah, and what an explosive match to open Raw.
That it was. On my end, it was.
I'm just hoping they don't do what they did last week, and it kind of killed the show for me. By the second match was just dull. Oh, come on, Sami. Come on, Sami. Come on. Oh, no. If the ref goes down, that guy in the crowd better crawl in there and start counting.
I got the finish.
That was cool, dude. I'm not upset with that.
No.
Every time I see Kaiser go for that one maneuver that looks like the Sister Abigail, I think he's going for the Sister Abigail.
Right.
I always go, why? That's not your move. And I realize what he's doing. I'm like, oh,
yeah,
right.
It kind of makes me want to see Uncle Howdy go after him and just see how everything goes. And
yeah, it's sort of an inverted hammerlock DDT.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Now, is this where somebody makes an appearance to say, too bad, it doesn't matter if you won, you're not getting a shot?
We're about to find out on my screen. And he's making the way to the ring for you guys as well, or?
For me.
It just got his music hit.
Okay.
Sami was going number one, and here he comes right now. The Ring General, Gunther, in his fighting attire with the belt. He's not wearing a suit, so he must be in are they going to start a match right now?
I get this feeling that Adam Pearce is going to step in and say, look, you're defending the title against Sami. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Oh, 100% he is.
It'll be at the pay-per-view.
Yeah, it'll be at Bad Blood.
I would like to make...
I don't think it'll be at the pay-per-view.
No?
I don't know if you guys are noticing in behind our commentating team, we have a ECW hat, a original WW without the F hat, and a WCW hat in the background. Very cool merch. If you can get a hold of those, please do. Oh, here we're covering the match from last week with Judgment Day and the New Day.
Yeah, we're going to find out.
Completely out of sync.
Yeah.
But they were so out of sync, dude. Their attire didn't even match. Which was very interesting because usually they match. Xavier Woods sitting here.
This just has me a little bit more intrigued with what's going on between Kofi and Xavier.
Sorry, I was trying to hear the end of that.
There's going to be shenanigans in that match, boys.
Oh, yeah.
It's just going to be interesting.
Right now. Go ahead.
It's going to be interesting just because now Kofi's leaving everything in Xavier's hands.
Yep.
Yeah. But still, I'm gonna say it. If they are not wearing the same ring attire, it's going sideways.
It's been like that though for a while.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, even with them wearing the same attire.
Yep.
I really noticed it last week, just how over the top the crazy was.
Well, I'm pretty sure everybody noticed it last week because that was the breaking point for Xavier. But in the weeks leading up to that, we saw a lot of Xavier feeling standoffish, feeling like he hasn't been included in the plan for the New Day, which Xavier was completely right on that, by the way.
Yes, he was.
As we're at a commercial break, and it's a Hyundai commercial. Oh, I forgot football's on too.
Yes, in game 1 of 2 tonight.
Yeah, the Jaguars and Bills are on TSN1 here in Canada, and over on ABC, the Bengals and Commanders are on.
So nothing of any interest to me.
No, because
not
it's
at all.
not the Dolphins, and you don't watch anything else that isn't them when it comes to football.
I really don't blame
Well, I do, but it's typically the Broncos.
them. Where are they right now?
In Denver.
Exactly.
I didn't even get to watch my football game yesterday because I was in Hawk Junction and getting ready to get on the highway to come home. But I didn't miss anything in my game yesterday.
I wonder how Perish feels about the Saints game last night.
I'm sure we will find out in the next 20 minutes or so.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be jumping in.
Because, well, the Saints led the game by one field goal. Throughout the entire game, the fourth quarter was basically where all the action was in that game.
Yep.
Oh, I see what you were talking about there, Bubba. 3 girls wearing WCW, ECW, and WWF hats.
Yep.
The old block logo WWF logo without the F there.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
The old school without the F. And I can't make out what the other hat is. The purple one. I think it's Damian Priest hat.
No, it's WCW one.
No, the one beside that. Next.
Oh.
The next one over.
Hey, I didn't catch that one.
It has lightning and stuff on it, so I'm not too sure.
Could be a WCW Thunder.
Oh, maybe, but it doesn't say Thunder on it or anything. But still, it could be.
No, it's got like small like writing on like the front of the hat.
Yeah.
But what I'm liking here is this package that we're getting promoting the Intercontinental title match later on tonight, showcasing how Jey got to the title shot and how Braun got to the championship. Also talking about the history of Jey with championships.
Right.
Basically, it's emphasizing how Jey has won mostly tag titles and never a singles title.
Right.
And we just discussed this on the preview show there that I don't know. They need to either give him this title and let him run with it till what do we say, the Rumble. And what I would love to see is him take that title and make it better. Just again, I'm gonna steal a Perish word here, but words. It just looks like that stupid 24-hour title. Again, just a personal opinion. Do you see Jey winning this, Mr. Best? What's your thought? Oh, what's going on? Hold on.
Okay, so Bubba, you were wondering my thoughts on the Jey Uso thing?
That was a great promo with those guys.
I like how it bled from one promo into the next, and
Yeah.
I like how Adam Pearce is just showing his cojones as they were, and just not taking shit from anyone.
Yep.
Oh, look at the outfit on Dragon. This is cool.
Yeah,
I've never seen Dragon Lee wrestle.
you have, but you just don't remember it.
Yeah.
No, you're right. Yes, I don't remember the entrance being so extravagant.
Because I remember Valentine's Day Massacre. He took on Obafemi in what was a fantastic North American Championship match.
Yes,
And
it
you,
was.
Bubba, were freaking out over it.
Yep.
Oh, that was NXT.
Yeah,
Yes, it was.
back in February.
Yes, I remember. I just don't remember this
Mhm.
being. This is very Lucha Underground-esque.
But my thoughts on the Intercontinental title matches,
Yes.
I'm going against you guys. Bron Breakker keeps the title tonight.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
It's not going to derail Jey in any means because nothing has been able to derail Jey at all.
See, I think
no, you're
only,
not wrong.
You're not. But I think that he needs this. Otherwise, he's going to be second guessing everything.
Or is he?
Now,
I mean, you never know.
I think he will be.
I think
I know
he
if
goes.
it was me, I would be. But I
I
also think that we potentially see the bloodline interfering.
I say rematch. You don't do it at Bad Blood because I feel like everything is already set in stone for Bad Blood as
Yeah.
far as the Raw side of things go. You can maybe do it at War Games. That is, if Jey doesn't get involved in the Bloodline stuff,
Yep.
or you do it at Saturday night's main event.
Yeah.
Because I think for that first Saturday night's main event, you need some big matches. And I honestly think that that's maybe where you can go with Sami and Gunther if they do eventually go to that.
All good possibilities. You never know what's going to happen on WWE anymore because, again, I'm going to state it. I feel kayfabe is on its way back.
It's just like that old Roddy Piper saying when it comes to WWE days. These days, I should say. Just when you think you have the answer, they change the question.
100%, right? 100%. I can agree with that. Again, a brilliant man Piper was.
So OMD, everybody knows that you vape, of course, and I've got to ask you, where do you get your vape stuff?
I was using Fat Panda for a long time. I have just recently started going back to Juice on the Loose.
Okay, because I applied there the other day, so maybe if I get a job there, I can maybe cut you in on discounts or something.
Well,
if that's
depending
even
on-
allowed, you know?
Depending on which of the two Juice on the Loose stores.
Right by your place. That's the one I applied at.
Okay. Because that is now the one I go to because there is a girl there who is an absolute sweetheart. But up at the main store, the manager up there is a huge wrestling fan.
Yep.
Why didn't I? Where is that one?
Great Northern Road, across from Canadian Tire.
Yeah.
Oh, like 5 minutes away from me then.
Literally.
He is a huge,
And that's 5 minutes walking.
yeah, he's a huge wrestling fan.
And that's actually my next route is the rest of Great Northern Road for dropping resumes off at.
And he is very familiar with Turnbuckle Talk.
Yep.
You're making me think that I should go there and put a resume there just to be safe too. Because he'll be like, "Oh, it's Chris Best from Turnbuckle Talk. I'll take that."
You very
Now,
well.
I haven't been up there in quite some time because I've been going to the one down here, just because it's close and convenient, so I can hit it on my way home from work.
Well, the reason
is the hot girl.
Well, yeah. I wish the hot girl was there when I was there. There was some guy with a big fuck off beard when I was there working.
Oh, that's the owner.
Oh, was it? Okay. He seemed cool.
I'm not sure of his name.
But no, my next route is the remainder of Great Northern because I didn't finish that route when I went and applied. When I went job hunting. I did the East End the other day because I figured that's a place that's untapped for me. I've never worked at any place in the East End of the city, so
right.
And I still got to finish off that one because I only did the Wellington Square area. So next up would be Pine Plaza and all the stores in that area.
Right.
Churchill.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sorry, Churchill. Pine Plaza is right across the street from me. What am I smoking?
Whoa! That was a huge dive.
Yeah, it was. One thing I'm liking too when I'm looking at Carlito now, for once he's not wearing his own shirts. He's actually wearing Judgment Day stuff. Yeah. Solidifying the fact that he is a member of Judgment Day, you know?
Well, he was wearing the Street Trash t-shirt last week, like Finn Balor, JD.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all the guys were wearing that one.
I know, but I didn't get it pointed out last week when I noticed that. But I do like that.
Even after SummerSlam, when they did the first video after Priest and Rhea had been excommunicated, and Finn said, "This is the new Judgment Day with Carlito in there," and it wasn't. So he's been included and considered a member since post SummerSlam.
But the funny thing is,
excuse me, sorry.
The funny thing is, he still kind of sticks out to me. You know what I mean?
Oh, he does.
Like I know he's wearing the right gear, and I'm laughing at Dom and JD hugging each other right now. He still doesn't quite I know he's wearing. I know that Carlito's wearing the gear and all that. He still doesn't quite feel like a Judgment Day member to me.
Right, and I get exactly where you're coming from with that.
And I think that's still because I still look at him and I still think Carlito Caribbean cool. You know.
Right.
Oh, there's Ray.
Just got the finish here on my end. But I think I think of that because Carlito only returned last year, so we've known him for 20 years as Carlito Caribbean cool, you know?
Right.
We've known him as that gimmick.
Yeah. I've got the finish.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good finish.
Ooh. The Miz is in action up next. Or he's in the locker room. What I'm liking behind them is you guys have the Miz on your screen right now?
No.
Yep.
No, I do.
Okay, what I'm liking behind him is the classic posters that are just sitting up on the wall there. I'm kind of see some Buddy Rogers. I see Bruno Sammartino up there. And Peter Maivia.
Yep. Dusty Rhodes name in the background. Blackjack. Wow. Superstar mask. Nice. Great stuff in the background.
I think they're doing that to highlight the wrestling history that actually comes out of Ontario, California. And there's actually a lot of it. It's Ontario, California, surprisingly, is actually one of the bigger wrestling cities. The biggest wrestling city in California actually is San Francisco, but in that California loop, Ontario, California was always included. It was also, there's a bit of a history in California, especially when it comes to the Samoans. Afa and Sika ran their wrestling school out of San Francisco, I believe it was.
Okay.
After he was Fatu from the Head Shrinkers and then went on to become the guy from the streets, just as Fatu, later Rikishi was from San Francisco. Mm-hmm. Even Solo is labeled as from San Francisco. Jey Uso is from San Francisco.
Basically, the entire Samoan family are from both Hawaii or the San Francisco area, the Bay Area.
Yep.
And that's the one thing that I've always looked at when I'm looking at the history of the NWA. It always feels like the California territory gets ignored when I look at that kind of stuff.
Right. Although I haven't, of course, seen it on in a while, but that's just because my TV guide hasn't updated in months. I used to actually get NWA wrestling from Hollywood.
I found episodes of that on YouTube.
Yep. In fact, I even watched one that had LA Knight, well, Eli Drake at the time, as the champ. And not just when he was in the actual NWA out of Atlanta, but when he was the NWA from Hollywood champ.
Yeah. Now, a little history from NWA from Hollywood, but the $1 Million Man spent some time there back in the 70s.
I do not want the red cell again. That's got to go.
I don't think we had it last year, so.
Yeah, because we haven't had the black cell in a few years, but I want the blue.
We never had a blue cell. It's only been gray or red.
Really? I thought we had a black one for a while.
Nope. I like though, because last year they went back to the original color, and I kind of like that they did that.
Yeah.
Which the current structure of the Hell in a Cell, I was at Unforgiven 06 when they debuted that structure.
Yes, you were.
I remember when that cage came down, because it looks like from where I was sitting, I was about 4 or 5 rows from behind JR and the King. And when you look up, it literally looks like the cell was coming down on top of you. Like it felt like you were inside the cell.
I would imagine.
But we've got Kathy Kelly with Sheamus right now.
I don't know. I'm getting a shit ton of buffering right now.
So I'm looking here and it says 99 was the last time they used a blue cage.
Yeah, cage, not cell. Cage.
Oh, I don't ever remember the cage or the cell being blue. I remember it being gray.
OMD, let me know when you've got the end of that promo, because I couldn't catch what Sheamus had said towards the end there.
He said, "Let's make this an English-Irish thing." Butch.
Okay, I thought he was setting up a step for their next match. That's what it sounded like to me, the way he worded that.
Jesus, I haven't seen this guy in the ring in a while.
Well, not since Bronson Reed took him out a few weeks ago.
Right.
Oh.
So who is Miz even fighting tonight?
Bronson Reed.
Himself.
I can already say this match is probably going to end in some sort of shenanigans, given what we already saw earlier tonight.
Right.
Yeah, Braun Strowman's going to get involved in it. We both know that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is that going to set up?
Oh,
no, that's not. But okay. Never mind.
I have never seen Braun do that. Oh, Miz, you're an idiot.
Do we hear? Oh, never mind. Come over the barricade at him. Holy.
Yeah, flying clothesline. I've never seen Braun throw that.
No, it's definitely a first. Oh. Why did Miz, why? Don't do that.
Yeah, now you see why I was calling Miz an idiot.
Oh no. No, big man. Oh dear Jesus. Did you feel the earth move? Because I did. Holy. Security diving in. Wow. Oh. That guy just ate it. You're dead. You're dead. Oh no. Oh. Oh dear God. Just let these two monsters have at her again. Get it done.
Yeah.
Kill each other for all I care. Just
There-
be done.
I think you're building the next two Monsters of Destruction.
Well,
Wow.
Pierce is out there now.
Well, yeah, because he's got to bring some. Ooh, Jesus.
He's got to bring some order between these men.
They're not men, dude. They're monsters, literally. Like, they make you look like Tiny Tim.
I know.
Oh, double clothesline. That was epic. Pierce is just standing there. Get him out of here. Like, your security has literally been decimated.
And now we get the monster pile.
Yeah, and he's going to jump up, and there they all go, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, that was a huge right hand. Pierce is just losing it on the apron there. Holy boys.
This is where if I'm Pierce, I grab the stick, I set up some kind of match between the two men.
Right now.
Between the
Last
two
man
dudes.
standing match right now.
Yeah.
Ring the damn bell. Get me a ref. Pick that ref out of the crowd right there. Like, literally. Is he going to suplex him? Oh, dude, that would have been epic.
There's a guy who's getting beat up who's, I'm going to name him Sami Zayn Jr.
The guy with the red beard?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, what a kick. Holy Braun.
Braun, what are you doing?
Oh, there
What
goes
are
a
you-
guy out the ring.
Uh,
Here goes another guy out the ring.
Oh, God.
Oh, what's he doing with this guy? Oh, geez, that hurt. Oh,
Miz
that one
is-
kind of flopped.
Miz was so smart to get the hell out of there after he took that dive earlier.
Right?
Oh, jeez.
Jesus, Braun. What the fuck are you doing?
Is he seriously going? Don't, Braun Strowman, do not Do not do that. He's just like, you ain't jumping on me, fool. I'm out. Holy boys. That was intense. No, Miz made like a tree and made money and was gone. I wouldn't stick around for that. Like, come on.
First of all, why would you try and berate Braun for interrupting what would have been a squash match?
Literally.
For him.
Because Braun told him last week that he couldn't do it.
Yeah, but why would you anger a giant like that? Why? Just take your losses and leave when you see those two guys brawling.
Literally. That's like
that'd be like if
literally
that'd
two
be like
bull elephants fighting each other.
Yeah, but you know what? You make that a triple threat match. Miz is coming out the winner.
Yeah, because these two idiots are going to beat the snot out of each other, knock each other out. And if the Miz is smart, he's going to edge that crap and stay outside the ring. They're both knocked out. Run in there, get the pin, and run out.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
Like,
well, that's why even
that's
Karrion Kross told him before the match, like, I want to see the Miz that didn't give a damn what the people thought. That would do whatever it took to win.
Right. He's not wrong. He is not wrong. I would love to see that Miz again. That Miz meant something to me. I was behind that Miz because you know what? He literally didn't care what you thought, what I thought. He did what he needed to do to get where he needed to go, which was to get that title around his waist.
Yep. But you know what? That Miz is also one of the nicest guys you're ever going to meet.
Yes. Yeah. I met him at Jack Astor's in Toronto one time. And I literally didn't even stop. I just walked by. Hello, Miz. And he was like, hi.
I met him, of course, at WrestleMania 23, but then a number of years ago, my buddy and I took his son down to Hamilton for his first show, and we're having dinner at Swiss Chalet.
Nice.
And I look outside, and I'm like, to my buddy's kid, I'm like, who's that? And he's like, I don't know. I'm like, dude, let's go say hi, because that is Miz, Maurice, and Zack Ryder.
No way. That's awesome, dude. You met Zack Ryder, too?
Yeah, we went out there. I took him out. It wasn't even for me. I just took him out to go and meet Miz, Maurice, and Zack Ryder. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Matt Cardona is like best friends with Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're great friends.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude. I couldn't even tell you who was with the Miz, but he was shocked that I literally just was, hey, how's it going, Miz? And kept walking. He was dumbfounded. He kind of did one of those
yeah.
Hello?
Because we did the Canadian thing, right? We're not bugging him while he's eating.
No. No.
Or bugging them while they're getting off at the airport trying to get their bag, like I saw Rhea Ripley once again recently.
Yeah.
That happened too.
It sucks.
Or when they're trying to check into a hotel room because they're dog tired from traveling.
That too. But yeah, he stopped me on the way back because I was going to the washroom and I'd come back. And he got up and stopped me, shook my hand, was like, hello, thank you. I'm the Miz. Thank you for recognizing and the respect. Yeah. And he was just, I'm like, dude.
Retired NFL quarterback.
You're a human.
Like, thank you for shaking my hand. And
Adam Jones, lead guitarist for Tools in the crowd.
Right on.
Yay.
Right. We're both like, yeah, okay, whatever. Some quarterbacks from the NFL, or a quarterback, and a couple kids.
Retired quarterback Mark Sanchez.
Yeah.
There's Tool, the Tool, or a Tool.
Yep. Oh.
Yeah, and here comes another Tool.
Hey, zip it.
His name is Chris Best.
No, I'm talking about the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Hey, just because we lost our first preseason game with our regular season lineup.
Oh, Jesus.
At least you guys aren't playing in the parade yet.
No,
We haven't planned a parade since '67, my friend. And we ain't planning on doing it yet.
I'm realistic.
So this is where we get to find out what Drew McIntyre actually thinks of this challenge by CM Punk.
It wasn't a challenge. It was a match made by Adam Pearce.
Same thing.
No, not really, because Drew would have had to have said yes. Adam Pearce forced them into the match.
I have a hard time picking who I want to win this because y'all know I like Drew McIntyre. He's my boy. But I've been watching CM Punk a lot longer. So it makes it difficult for me to pick who I want to win this. Yeah, you're not the same when you come out of a cage of any kind.
Okay, just got to the end of that promo myself here.
All right.
Damn, that was intense.
Yep.
Wow. Holy. Oh, here's Adam Pearce.
Bubba, you called that one. Just going to say.
Shut up. That's the first time I actually called the match. That feels good.
There you go, buddy.
And the thing is, you said that in passing, too. You were like, maybe they have a last man standing match.
Right. But it's last monster standing, not last man.
That's going to be the same rules, so.
Still the same thing. You just got to call them monsters because that's what they are. They're huge.
Yeah. You know what I'd love to see in a situation like that? Bring over the TNA concept and introduce the Monsters Ball.
Huh.
You do have Abyss who works backstage.
That was his match specialty.
Right. Damn. That would be intense, bro. The Monsters Ball match. Oof, dude.
Yep.
I got goosebumps,
Wasn't that,
bro.
oh no, it wasn't teams. Never mind.
No.
There was a couple,
there's been tag teams and there has been a couple of four-ways.
Yeah. I was going to say there was a couple of variants where they did have teams fighting each other in that.
Yeah, I watched that one because I remember the Motor City Machine Guns being involved in that one. And Beer Money was involved in one. I think it was the same match. It was great.
Well, that could have been a lockdown or a lethal lockdown. Monsters Ball, what happens is they shut the two people away for 24 hours before the match. No light, no food, nothing.
Holy.
You are literally locked in the dark for 24 hours.
That's where I would just sleep, honestly. Right?
I mean, yeah, you're not going to sleep 24 hours, but you're going to sleep a majority of that, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Do some push-ups.
But then you have to come back out into the light with your pyro, your screen, and all of that, and it's just like, what the fuck? All right. Before we get our run in, I'm going to make my locker room trek.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. It's time for...
Oh, yeah, put it up. Do it.
Boom. OMD's locker room visit. You can find this shirt on Karl Karufel's Redbubble. That's karlkarufel.redbubble.com.
That is correct. Plus, you can get other merch there as well. You can get the Boar's Nest logos and shows. You can get Turnbuckle Talk. There's a bunch of stuff, merch, everything you can find on Redbubble. Bobby. Damn it, Bobby
Stats. How's it going? Totally forgot I was supposed to send Karl my stuff for Saturday Night Gaming to him last week.
Bruh.
Totally forgot about that. It's what happens when you get busy. You tend to forget.
Life happens, my friend.
They're showing the promo between Cody and Roman from last week, which was fantastic, by the way.
Just getting back to the program now. Got the viewer discretion thing right now.
SmackDown from Oklahoma City this Friday.
And that's where Cody is backing up the tribal chief.
Yeah, Cody. Yeah, because Cody and Roman are tagging up to take on Jacob Fatu and Solo at Bad Blood.
Okay. Just to whip their asses, or is that for the titles?
No, just to brawl.
Just to whip their asses. Okay.
Yeah. The Unholy Union making their way to the ring. I wonder who they're taking on tonight.
The last time I seen these two young ladies wrestle,
they had the women's tag belts.
And it was incredible.
What I'm liking is that even though now that they've dropped the tag belts, they're still using them on TV. I'm very happy with that.
Bobby coming in saying, good, I'm watching Raw and watching Raw Patrol.
Yeah, glad to have you here, Bobby.
Damn straight. I'm happy you're in, my friend. It's nice to have people communicate with us, interact. It's nice. I like their entrance, all flamed up, and yellow on them's not very good. They should have red, black and red, especially considering everything around them's red.
Oh, they're taking on they're taking on Damage Control.
So they're gonna get squished.
No, not necessarily. In fact, I'm hoping Unholy Union will win this.
Okay.
Is this a number one contenders match?
Ooh, I don't know. This question asked Mr. Best. I love how she's got a Band-Aid over her eye now. Good English.
So, in the immortal words of Beavis and Butthead, can Bianca, shut up?
I was thinking the same thing, bro. Literally was thinking, just shut up.
I don't know what it was, but to me, Jade and Bianca came across a little bit more heel there than usual. I don't know what it was. Just I don't know. I was picking up some heel vibes there. Guess we got ourselves a run-in from one Chris Perish. How's it going, brother?
Not too bad. How are you?
Oh, not too bad. Enjoying Raw. Was remarking how the Bianca and Jade Cargill segment we just saw. I got a little bit of heel vibes off of the two of them.
How so? Because
I think it was in the delivery, in the way they were like really snarky with their championship run right now.
Really, Bianca Belair being snarky? Get out of town!
No.
Yeah, but it was just a little more than usual. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, somebody has to kind of play that way. I just find it really funny that Damage Control's babyface for no apparent reason. It's all of a sudden, somebody decided to say, "Hey, guess what? They're babyfaces now. They've done absolutely nothing to really earn any of the fans' trust, but they're babyfaces now."
Right?
Oh, they just go against other heels. They got to be cheered based off this logic.
Yeah.
It's who? Okay.
But even off this logic, I kind of feel that Unholy Union's kind of also a babyface team as well.
To to me, it's like I don't know, like, were you that short? Mute yourself.
OMD is choking harder than the Leafs do.
Or Tua does on a second
Jesus.
goal.
Tua didn't even play last night.
Yeah.
I didn't get to see my game yesterday, so
Well, man, guess what?
I didn't miss anything.
Quarterbacks getting hurt is now a tradition for your team.
Speaking of football, how about them Saints last night? That was intense, to be honest with you.
No, I left in the half because I knew what was going to happen. But we're still in first place in our division, so people can eat a dick if they want to talk bad about my team.
Oh no, I wasn't talking bad. I was just literally remarking that fourth quarter.
You brought up a game where they lost. You know what?
I did.
Don't even start with me, Chris.
Because no word of a lie, when I was watching that fourth quarter, I'm like, if Perish is still watching this game, he's throwing shit right now.
No, that's exactly what I expected.
Yeah.
Just like I expected this match to be really good, and it has been so far.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta bring it back.
Right.
Also, for whatever reason, I'm airplane raw from my phone to my TV, and I don't have audio, so I might just have to randomly mute myself because I'm expecting audio just to jump in all of a sudden.
Right.
Holy sneezing fit, Batman. Whew. I got all lightheaded and stuff. That was cool. Wow.
Were you thinking again?
Well, I was sneezing, apparently.
Yeah, I expected that. I just tuned in to check out the Buffalo Bills score. They're up 34-10. Kind of expected that myself.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Somebody at my work was down 26, and he's like, oh, the other guy has Josh Allen, but I still have a chance. I'm like, who do you have? He's like, oh, I have the tight end for the Jaguars, and I got Travis Etienne. I'm like, and you think you have hope?
Right.
I'm like, oh, God.
I'd just be like, way to think optimistically there.
He's like, but there's still a chance that you won't be the last undefeated guy in the league. I'm like, oh, no, I will be. Yes, I'm now in first place in my work league.
Nice.
The only undefeated guy so far. And it was actually good because the guys are the guy in first and second. Like, the guy I was playing, like, we were both first and second. So it was kind of nice. So in order to be the man, I had to beat the man. That's the way it should be.
Didn't do either.
Oh, I beat him. Oh, yeah. I forgot about Thursday Night Football, and I still beat him.
That's just too funny.
Like, I had Stevenson in, and that guy put up, let's just say, a wet fart gave me more fantasy points than what he did.
Yeah.
I also had Zerline. He put up 5 points or something like that as a kicker. And I was like, awesome, cool. Like, I had 3 guys playing, and I only have 18 points. This is going to go well. And then all of a sudden, I put up over 100 still. And I was like, winning! Cousin, if you're in a PPR league, people, pick up Chris Godwin. He will always deliver. As much as I don't like his team, he always delivers. Okay, I get a new phone and all my logins are off on my computer. This makes no sense.
Oh,
Jeez. Was your StreamYard login screwed up at all?
No.
Okay. Mine and OMD's were screwed up a little bit today. OMD, I know it's because you said you were cleaning your computer.
yeah, I cleaned mine the other day, and then I turned the computer back on last night to check everything, and I accidentally hit the login under my name, and it was giving me like a 5-hour storage and a free trial. So I re-cleaned it to try and reset it. That was when you sent me the first code.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing. And then when you did the second one, I went over to where it said my thing, and I hit the drop-down menu, and there was Turnbuckle Studios, so it didn't just automatically kick me to here.
Yeah, because when I went to go do my StreamYard stuff today, it logged me out. So
you know what? That was my fault, because there was a thing there, and I hit log out the session from. So that was my fault.
Yeah, that makes sense now. That makes total sense now, because I'm like, I know I logged myself out from my account, from my part of the account on my laptop, but I know that it wouldn't have logged everything out. But
so no, that
makes sense now. Yeah, it's all good. But what's all good too is this tag team match. These women are just they're fighting like it's a number one contendership match.
They are.
As they really should be, even though they're probably not in line right now for a women's title match or women's tag title match.
Bobby coming in saying NWA announced that their website on their news that Primo Clone and Ethical Clone will be wrestling on NWA in October.
Okay.
Cool.
I think the Damage Control, like with that upset victory last week for Io over Bianca, are in line for the tag title shot. And I think that was sort of what that promo before this match was alluding to, is that the winner will get the title shot.
Yeah, because Io said something along the lines like, we're after this match we want a title shot or something like that, right? And I get the feeling too, even over on SmackDown, because we got Nia Jax, Tiffany Stratton gunning for a tag title shot as well. We're going to see something along those lines as well.
I don't really see Tiffany and Nia angling for the title match, because
then why are they encountering them in the locker room every week for the past 2 weeks?
They encountered them with the conversation about Naomi, because of course Naomi is friends with Bianca and Jade. So, but I could see them giving them a token title match, but I can't see Nia and Tiff winning. I could see it them losing and then Tiff trying to cash in.
Mm-hmm. And there's the finish.
Bobby coming in saying, I'm thinking Bianca and Jade potentially go to NXT. And I think that's something that you got to take into account too. I think they'll go to NXT, especially now that they're on the CW or going toward the CW. There's going to be some tag team title matches on NXT.
They already said they're going for October 1st.
Yeah, and I liked your idea you said on the Chris Perish podcast, where it could be JC Jane and any one of her teammates or any one of them three teaming up to challenge Jade and Bianca. I think that's the most likely choice, to be honest, down there.
Yeah. But we also have a tendency of getting something completely random when it comes to NXT.
Yeah.
And as much as I like your idea there, Best, I think we're going to see a 6-woman, and I think you're going to see them team with Kalani Jordan against all three in Fatal Influence.
Wasn't my idea, it was Parish's idea. I was crediting Perish.
Which he even said at the beginning of his
He
statement.
did, and I apologize. I was deaf for a moment.
You can blame the F-18 that was flying over our city. It's okay.
Yeah.
You were the deaf of Deaf Rebel?
No.
That spear from Bron Breakker last week on Jey.
You mean the one on Jada Braun?
No, when Braun speared him at the end of the show last week.
Thing is, I don't think he even hit him clean. He just hit him. Because when you kind of look, he got him a little high.
Yeah.
Okay, what was that at the end?
What was what?
Interesting.
That's very Viking. That circle with those letters in there. That's Viking.
So could we see Von Halla or any of the Viking Raiders come back?
I could see it being the Viking Raiders or even just Ivar. Valhalla, no, because she's pregnant.
Yeah. They're capable.
They're Vikings, dude. They fight wars pregnant. They don't care.
It is coming up to around the time that Eric should be fine to come back. I mean, because he hurt his he left for neck surgery like a year ago.
I honestly have no idea, bro.
Roughly, yeah.
Oh, there goes Perish.
His computer's drunk.
Bobby Stats is coming in. Bobby Stats is coming in and saying Joe Tessitore starting to grow on him as a Raw announcer with Wade Barrett. I agree with you, Bobby. He's actually doing pretty damn good these days as an announcer. But yeah, you're right too. Now that the more I think about that, Bubba, it gave me like God of War Norse mythology type vibes.
Well, but I was wondering what RPF was standing for. Those were the letters.
It's not RPF. That's actually, if you go into the Norse alphabet, it stands for different things. I know it because I worked with a guy that
Right.
his background was he was from Norway, and that where this stuff is dominant.
Right.
And he has it on his forearms.
So yeah, I do think that maybe that's the Viking Raiders, because even the way that thing lit up kind of reminded me of the way the Viking Raiders Titantron would light up on fire.
Right.
Yep.
I wonder, because of everything we've seen with the New Day over the last couple of weeks and what we saw over the last few months and even what we saw earlier. But Xavier Woods put an interesting tweet out about needing to realign with some old friends.
Yeah. That would be epic if it was them.
Yeah, and if you watched my show on Sunday, you would have seen what I thought it was.
I wasn't even in the Sioux on Sunday until...
You know what? That's a weak excuse because you can always go back and watch it either on the YouTube or on other platforms like my Spotify.
You were in StreamYard today. You could have loaded it up in the StreamYard there.
No, I deleted it already.
Ah,
Yeah, I upload it and get it out. I'm that good at
that's
it.
what she said.
No, it's because we need room. So I
Yeah.
get my stuff done right away.
I got to get in there and clean out my stuff.
Yeah, you do.
What if it was the Lucha Bros, Bobby saying?
Because the Lucha Bros are still technically signed to AEW.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that
They're finishing up contract. Yeah. There's been a lot of rumors circulating around that, but at the same time, there's also been a lot of rumors saying they still have time left on their contract. That is by Fightful, by PWI Insider, by a lot of credible sources that would know this a lot better than us.
yeah. Right. That's a cool banner that they just literally just pointed out. Roman's Empire.
Okay, so
just wait,
it
because
looks...
they're about to show the segment from SmackDown, I believe.
Yeah. But to answer your question about the girl with the hat beside the WCW one, it looks more like an Undertaker hat, Bubba.
Okay, well, there we go.
I think one of my favorite lines was like 7 cars, subtle. Right. He might have even said 5, but it was just really funny. I like how there's 2 people in here that saw the same thing on Friday that needs to rewatch it, and we can't talk about it. And the only person that never saw it is like, it's funny to me.
Yeah, it is. I like how OMD told him you need to watch this promo and he takes his headphones off.
He did say watch. He didn't say listen, I guess. There we go.
Got everything situated for yourself?
No, I just Twitch. Because, like, so on my phone now, getting the passwords is not as easy as it was on my old one. So that's kind of a pain. One of the functions I really liked.
And there's the end of the promo, and got the match card for Bad Blood. This is the only SmackDown match at Bad Blood right now, right?
No, Nia Jax will defend her title against one of Bayley or Naomi.
Right. I still think that's going to lead to triple threat.
I think it's going to learn to potential division between either one of Bayley or Naomi.
Mm-hmm.
Because remember, on Friday, they are now wrestling each other to determine the number one contender.
Yeah. Yep.
And for Bubba, again, the New Day not wearing matching gear.
They are not in sync, boys. As much as they say they are, they're not. Because when they had their shit together, they were always wearing the same ring gear.
I'm going to say this, though. Kofi started wearing different ring gear well before Xavier was with whatever his Hugh Hefner pajamas were.
Yeah.
You have a very valid argument there, Mr. Perish.
To put into perspective for why they're teaming again this week, Perish, earlier tonight, Kofi said that he's leaving every New Day plan for the next little while in Xavier Woods' hands.
Yeah, and the first thing I would have done was we're wearing the same ring gear to look united.
Well, maybe he was just happy Kofi actually brought a set of gear and said, you know what? I'll work with what I get tonight.
That's pretty funny, actually. It was a very intense meeting, though, between who I'd like to refer to as the tribal chief and our champion.
Yes, it was.
Was that condensed a little bit? Because it seemed like it was longer.
Yes, it was edited.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it was totally edited.
So, what is the current rundown for Bad Blood right now? So I believe there's 5 or 6 matches already announced.
5.
There's the Hell in a Cell between Drew and Punk. Shit.
Liv and Rhea for the title with the Shark Cage.
Yeah. There's Cody and Roman versus Jacob and Solo.
Yeah.
And then we're soon to get Naomi versus someone for that title.
Finn and
Priest.
Yeah.
Priest, yeah.
And then we'll find out who challenges Naomi for.
Yeah. I feel like we're missing a match though.
Likely Gunther versus Sami as well.
Yeah.
Or if they don't go with that, I see
that match happening at Survivor Series, though. Gunther and Sami.
I was going to say I could see the Tonga twins defending the tag belts in a multi-team match.
Like versus DIY versus Street Profits?
Yeah.
That would make the most sense.
Yeah.
As of right now, there is 5. As Wikipedia has it. They have Liv versus Rhea, Priest versus Finn, Punk versus Drew, Nia versus Bailey or Naomi, and then Cody and Roman versus Solo and Jacob.
We got Carl Andrew coming in, saying off that little promo earlier. RPF, Starks, Phoenix, Penta. We already discussed this. The RPF is was actually the Norse alphabet, correct, Bubba?
Yeah, it's the Norse Viking alphabet. Yes.
Yeah. So we're leaning towards the Viking Raiders.
Yeah, and everyone that you have said technically still has contract time left with AEW.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot, but still some.
Yeah, they're under contract enough that they can't go anywhere else other than who they're affiliated with, which is like AAA.
Does AEW have a no compete clause once you're done with your contract?
No.
Yes, I do believe they do.
I've never seen one.
But I do also believe that the United States passed through a thing where the no complete clauses are erased. I believe they passed a bill kind of nullifying those 90-day compete clauses.
The government passed the bill where they can't do that now?
Yeah, because they tabled that legislation like years ago, but never got around, but took a while to get to it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because I want to say something like that happened like earlier in the summer.
So, I never understood the no compete clause. Are you still getting paid by said company? Compete?
Oh yeah. No, if you're in a 90-day no compete clause, the company's still paying you. So like if somebody was let go for WWE and they had the 90 days, they're still getting paid by WWE in that 90 days. That's why a lot of talent don't mind doing that, because now they have 90 days where they're getting financially paid and they're getting that time to rest or kind of like learn to kind of like gear up for what they want to do next.
Yeah, and that 90 days clause allows for the WWE or whichever company you work for to reverse their decision on releasing you and bringing you back as well.
Yeah.
Also, it gives them 90 days to be like, oh crap, we screwed up. We got to bring this person back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But I mean, like if you look at when Andrade wrapped up his contract with AEW last year and then debuted at the Rumble, it was within like 6 weeks.
Okay.
As opposed to 90 days. So I think AEW does have it, but I think it's only maybe an 8-week or a 60-day.
Oh, OMD, you might be right, because I do remember Punk saying when he left his contract, we'll see in 60 days when he was talking about WWE. And the 60 days was from the day that he said that led to Survivor Series.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense.
But, I mean, the whole reason that WWE even instilled the 90-day no-compete clause was because of Jeff Jarrett when he dropped the Intercontinental title to China, showed up in WCW the next night.
Well, actually,
I thought that was because of Scott Hall and Kevin Nash.
I think that was more of Rick Rude, not Jarrett,
Really?
because of that. Jeff Jarrett's contract was actually up, and they had to actually extend it for a day for him to drop the title.
And they gave him like a shitload of money too.
They gave him like $1 million for that night or something like insane.
Yeah.
I always thought it was because of Scott Hall and Kevin Nash jumping over to WCW.
No, they pretty much brought in the guaranteed contract.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what you're probably thinking.
Okay.
Because they definitely made those famous.
Yeah,
no, I knew that, but I thought Vince said, well, we're not having this happen again because they literally taped Raw and then showed up on Nitro.
No, that's Rude. Rude did that.
Yeah, Rude did that.
That was Rude? Oh, okay. I got the mix.
Paul and Nash had contracts that expired.
Yeah.
With WWF.
Yeah.
Rude literally showed up on Raw, Nitro, and ECW all in one night.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, okay.
And that was only because Raw was taped prior. So
Yeah,
WCW was live. So they brought in Rude, asked him to wear the same thing. So it made it look like he was.
Oh, shit. Like he just jumped from one show to the next.
Exactly.
The only thing he didn't do was, he did shave his beard. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, but he wore the same
suit. He shaved in that 1 hour, basically.
Which you can very well do.
Yeah, you could do shaving. Like I could shave this off in like 20 minutes.
Prove it.
Eat it. This beard is not coming off my face. My dad and I started this before he died. Ooh.
Nice sell.
Holy.
Well, we are seeing a little bit of cohesion with the New Day right now.
Yep. But I thought in the beginning when the challenge was laid out from American Made, I thought it was supposed to be a 6-man.
No, it was a tag team.
Nope.
He literally asked, "Oh, you want the Creeds?" And they both went, "Yes."
Oh, see, and I heard you want 3 of us.
No, he asked if they wanted the Creeds.
If there was a 6-man, who would the New Day pick right now, though? You can't really pick Odyssey Jones anymore.
There comes the whole Twitch or whatever it was, TikTok or whatever that Xavier put out, need to reunite with some old friends, whoever it may have been.
Well, he did put out a TikTok mocking Joe Hendry.
Honestly, it very well could have been like Damian Priest, or if they had Ivy Nile, it could have been Rhea.
Yeah, I mean, literally, it could have been anybody.
But, I mean,
we have yet to see Damian tonight, so.
Yep.
Someone tells me he'll be in the next segment or two.
Yeah.
What about a potential trial match for Trick Williams up on Raw with the New Day?
Oh, geez.
Not when he has a world title in NXT match coming up. And in all honesty, I think they're probably looking towards finishing the New Day for now, opposed to adding to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, they tried that and dude ended up in jail, so.
Well, not yet, because he hasn't even been officially fired.
I honestly don't know. I couldn't tell you if he has, but I was just trying to make a stupid joke.
He wasn't formally charged yet, or was he?
No. He hasn't been formally charged. He hasn't been officially released. Anything.
Oh, okay. So it's still
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, so as of right now, I think WWE they haven't done anything. They've just removed him from anything as a precaution in case that the evidence that they're looking at or whatnot does appear to be true. Then they'll terminate the contract. They'll release him. But if not, they're just doing dual diligence from a corporate standpoint.
And I don't blame them.
They're just
spotlight.
Let him go and settle this whatever it is.
Yeah, handle his business. Yeah, you're right. Totally the smart thing to do, business-wise. Pardon me. Sorry about that.
So, OMD, are they still selling those cases of pop for $15 over at the Dollarama?
They are.
Oh, dude, I gotta get in there.
Because I've been figuring out my budget all day today too. So and that's obviously going into my budget again.
Well, I mean, yeah.
I actually just went and picked up a case of Pepsi, a case of Dr. Pepper, a case of iced tea today because they didn't have the lemonade.
Oh. Okay.
Way to stay healthy.
Right? Like, damn.
Yeah, just total diabetes over there.
It's the only thing keeping them going right now.
Yep, pretty much.
My name is Wilford Brummers, and I have diabetes.
Right? Oh, God.
You know, it's funny. All the famous movie roles he's had, everybody is only going to remember him for the diabetes commercials.
Yep.
Yeah,
totally.
Yep. Well, that's because Family Guy really did its job.
Yeah, can't lie about that one.
Although I do remember him doing the Quaker Oats commercials, and that's why I'm like, well, now that's why you have diabetes, because of eating Quaker Oats all the years.
That's highly
you
unlikely.
Remember when Wilfred Brimley had diabetes? Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Oh, Jesus. Wow. That's great. I love it.
Hey, if you're gonna do the he thing and impersonate Michael Jackson, don't do it in the NFL. You'll get fined $14,000 for it.
What?
Oh yeah. When Derek Carr got a touchdown last week, and he did a little dance and did the crotch grab dance, they got fined $14,000 for it.
There was years ago. There was a receiver for the Browns named Michael Jackson. He caught a touchdown pass, did the crotch grab, and all of that.
Wow. So you can't impersonate a famous person
Well,
anymore.
It's the gesture of grabbing your crotch.
Yeah, and it was on national TV.
So it was the crotch grab that got him fined, not the impersonating somebody.
But that's what he was doing, you know?
No, I get. Yeah, he was impersonating Michael Jackson, and that's the way to do it. You do the hee and grab yourself and point to the air. But yeah, bro, when you're on national TV, a little inappropriate.
Yeah.
No, here comes.
I honestly think it was because of the Cowboys, and they're just like, no, we can't do anything naughty against the Cowboys. They're our protected team.
Yeah. That's true. That's true too, actually.
You're a protected team.
Well, they're America's team.
Yeah.
Yeah, they literally bill the Cowboys like the Toronto Maple Leafs, or
they're the richest team in the NFL by far.
Then why can they not get a championship?
Because they suck.
Yeah.
I mean,
because they won't spend they won't spend the money. They will, but they release all of their good players and then overpay for mediocre.
Sounds like the Leafs, yep.
Like they did with Tony Romo, basically.
And that's the funny part, because I'm a Leaf fan.
Yeah, but Tony Romo is like the best analysis in the game though right now.
He is actually.
Oh, that's hilarious.
How many jokes is that, Bubba, that you and I have had on OMD with the Leafs now? That's like 5 at least.
I'm not keeping track because I am a Leafs fan too.
Yeah.
But I'm a realistic Leaf fan. I know they're never going to win the cup. As long as
Well,
I'm
they will.
alive.
It just won't be in our lifetime.
Yeah. Or my daughter's or her kids or her kids' lifetime. But,
No,
you know when they go to
what's
the
gonna happen?
space hockey, that's when we'll win. We'll win the first inaugural one, and
You
then
know what?
we'll never win
I'll
again.
call it now. They're going to win the cup, and I will die within 24 hours. I'll get to celebrate the Leafs victory.
And I am immortal.
No, you'll die with like a very stressful like game 6. And like, I can't take this. Have that heart attack because you have like the cases of Pepsi and all Dr. Pepper and all that stuff.
The diabetes will kick in.
Yeah. and then they'll win.
Great.
And then you'll be in heaven. You're like, ah, man.
Right? Send me back for 2 seconds more, please. Oh, my God.
Now, does Gable go and pull Kofi off the apron?
Nope.
Nope.
He's all the way on the other side. That was a pretty good shot of saying no on that one.
But we are getting a very entertaining match out of these 4, and I
We
like
are.
it. It's a fresh match for the New Day for one thing.
Is this the first time they've taken on the Creed brothers, eh?
I believe so.
No, I think they did wrestle them in NXT.
That, and I think the New Day was one of the Creed's first matches when they got the call up.
Okay. But either way, it's like their second match, literally.
Yeah, it's not.
It's a good test for the Creeds as heels.
Oh, definitely.
And I think that's something.
What the hell, Kofi?
It's a trust.
Oh, the trust fall.
Oh, God, I hate that. A certain promoter wanted me to do that, and I laughed at him.
I'm just waiting for him to do it to like Joe, and like Samoa Joe's like he
just walks away.
He just does his no.
The first time I seen Samoa and Joe do that, I just about peed my pants. I thought it was hilarious.
The one of the best is in AEW because he does it, and you just see the guy in the air go like, "Come on!"
He goes, like, what are you doing?
It was funny.
Yeah, I watched that one.
I want to say it was like Daniel Garcia though, but I could be wrong.
I think you're right, but at the same time, it's just funny to think of. That's, the patented move. Everybody does it. You end up, taking the bump, and Joe just goes no and walks away. Give the tag. Let's go.
Oh, we are getting on my screen. I got a very violent Xavier Woods right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hold on, what's going on? Oh, you just pulled in Gable. Oh, he looks mad. Consequences Creed look going on right now. Oh, he's just beating them. Oh,
they are, Bobby. They are.
They're fantastic, Bobby.
They're a fresh tag team.
Isn't it kind of ironic that Xavier Woods was Consequences Creed in TNA, where he wore a lot of the USA stuff, and then now he's facing a team called the Creeds wearing the red, white, and blue.
Right.
Yeah.
And they are American made.
No, they're the Creeds. They're part of American made.
Oh my God. Oh, what a move. That was intense.
I gotta say, I love seeing that violent side of Xavier Woods in this match, but I kind of wish he capitalized on the legal people in the ring.
Well,
I mean, Chad Gable was trying to get up to his usual dirty tricks.
Yep.
And Perish was right. Something tells me that this feud between Balor and Priest doesn't end at Bad Blood.
No.
No. In fact, I actually think Damian Priest is not coming out with the win here. But I do have a feeling that Rhea will be.
Okay.
Oh, and look, we got to get more of the Cody and Roman stuff.
Did you get that promo code?
I did. That's what I was waiting on. I was preparing everything because I knew it was coming.
Like our guy, right? Like, come on, Commander Data, get your shit together. Let's go. Figure it out.
Well, as soon as I seen like the logo pop up for the Wyatt Six, I'm like, yep, get my phone out, get ready.
Bring it back to that webpage again.
I don't know yet. I took the picture. I just haven't clicked the link yet. Copied the link to our chat.
The heck am I looking at?
That's the kind of stuff we've been getting. If you're looking at the link that
Yeah.
Each of them are clickable. The first one I clicked on was a video.
They're all videos. I clicked on one in the bottom.
Yeah, they're all videos. And then the center takes you to the original Angel Fire page. Or Angel Fire looking page.
Wow. Okay.
Everything on the page is clickable, by the way. Just about.
Whoa. This is some pretty crazy stuff, dude.
Right?
Wow. This is pretty intense stuff. Okay. I'm definitely going to look at that more in depth later.
Right?
Yeah, they all more or less have like some sort of a puzzle to them, and
The one I clicked on was one of the videos that was played during the original QR codes from the YF6 before they came in.
yeah. Yeah, I think essentially what they are is they're just reminders that, hey, they're still around and they're reminding us who they are still, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, because their stuff with American Made is over now. So now all of a sudden you got to see kind of what they do next. Chris Perish and the Muted 3. Woo!
Just a promo package for the Pure Fusion Collective.
Oh, I know. We're all watching. New Day tension. Ha.
I think you may have just given me the title for next week's Raw Patrol just by saying that.
Or you should just go Booyaka. New Day fine? Question mark. I've given you plenty of ideas now.
Yeah, you have. But what I'm starting to gather with this Xavier Woods character is there's a bit of paranoia within him, and it's interesting to see where it's going to go.
Well, it's not paranoia now because we're in the Uso penitentiary with main event Jey Uso.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Got you, Bills. Just for fun now, I want to see how bad this guy at my work is just getting spanked.
Main event Jey Uso.
He's going to lose by like 25. So the two players he had are still 9 points shy of the one guy he was playing against. What's that thing that right back always goes? Stupid. There we go.
But Perish, so Bubba, OMD, and I already discussed our thoughts on the Intercontinental title match. Who do you think walks away with the win on this one?
I think Braun does. I mean, honestly, why? Like, why put on Braun only to take it off him so early? Like, it just, that makes no sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
I do think you're going to do something bigger with Jey Uso, whether it's Judgment Day or maybe people on another brand,
right?
Costing them the title. But I think it's one of those things where, yeah, like Braun needs to walk out. Like, if he loses this, he's already had 2 major losses over the Intercontinental Championship in his short time on the main roster, and that's not a good look for him already. So I think you got to take this as an opportunity for him to be dominant and to just keep grinding away as the IC champion.
Right, and I was saying that because I'm on the same side as you. I say Braun takes it too, but I happened to say earlier that this in no way is going to derail the momentum that Jey Uso is currently on. So
no, and that's why I think if he gets cheated out of this by somebody else, it doesn't really affect Jey Uso negatively. It just shows that he has a lot of spoons in a lot of different dishes right now. So you just gotta hope that whatever one they go to does make Jey Uso the primary force and make him a good challenger moving forward, because I do think he's going to be somebody when they start building to the Royal Rumble, you're going to see a lot of momentum his way.
yeah.
And I think a lot of people take really account that you got to do this now with the guy. You got to do this now. He needs a championship, or what is he? Well, when you look at LA Knight, you waited and waited and waited. And then when he did finally become a champion, he's comfortable, he is set. And he's now in a set where he is probably even better than what he was in a completed form. So with Jey Uso, you got to be a little patient because, Xavier Woods, it's talking about never having a singles title. Well, now we look at Jey Uso, also somebody who's never won a singles title, doesn't affect him the way it's affecting Xavier Woods. So maybe this is something we can see down the road. I know I would like it.
Right. Mm-hmm. I did pose this question on the locker room breakdown is, could we potentially see Jey Uso go over to NXT, get a run with the NXT title?
Probably not. Solely because there is very big things out there for him right now on the main roster. I think if by chance he gets taken to the wasteland and maybe after WrestleMania you're like, we're a little stuck with what to do, maybe that's something you consider. But I think right away, I don't think that's something you do. Because again, I don't think forcing a title on him does anything different than what you're doing. I think as long as you're keeping a strong feeling on him and he's looking strong all the time on Raw, he's a focal point there. I think that's what you need to keep doing. In fact, I'll even say another thing. Go back and watch the Chris Perish podcast because I kind of give a little rundown of what I would do in regards to the tag team match at Bad Blood between Solo, Jacob, and Roman and Cody. Mm-hmm. And Jey Uso is part of that plan down the road.
I gotta say, I like that little promo package for the Lost Monster Standing match next week. Very Godzilla King Kong vibe there.
Right?
What's up, bro?
What's going on, bro?
Xavier Woods Rey Mysterio match has got me very, very intrigued. Because, again, it's a fresh match for Xavier Woods, at least.
Yep.
For both of them, I should say.
Now, if you're Dominic Mysterio, do you get involved and cost your dad the match against Xavier Woods?
I think you kind of have to, because Ray was out there beating on Dom earlier.
Yep.
It would be very intriguing if Dominic gets involved and Xavier takes the the interference, and Kofi's kind of looking on, like saying, "Dude, like why?" Like,
well, and as they alluded to, the decade of the New Day coming up in November. Do we see this stretch out until then, and then you do the split on the 10-year anniversary when it's televised?
you can, very well can.
Mm-hmm.
It'd almost like be like a festival of friendship, but then it's a version of that.
Oh, that turn was one of my favorite KO turns.
Yep.
But Bro is also asking, who do we've got in this one? Do we have Dog or Yeet? And we're divided on this one because Perish and I have Dog. OMD and Bubba, I believe you guys are going Yeet.
Yep.
Yeah, we are. But I do agree with what Perish had said. It doesn't. If there's interference, it doesn't make Jey look bad for losing. So I think that's what is probably going to happen. But I'm still hoping for my man to win the singles title.
See, I'm thinking that too, and I'm thinking that it's going to. Because I personally believe you've got to do something with Jey because it's starting to, for me at least, it's starting to fall flat because he's there. Yes, he gets the pop, but what's he doing? I did compare this situation to when he was excommunicated from the bloodline and then came over to Raw as sort of the Japanese excursion to North America. Because he was originally told that he was being groomed to be the new tribal chief. So this is...
He was originally groomed, and then he said he didn't want it, which was then given to Solo.
See, I don't ever remember him saying he didn't want it. I remember...
Go back and watch after both Jimmy and Jey left the bloodline, there was a promo where they're outside of the ring, and I believe it was Jade be like, I don't want to be the tribal chief. Jimmy, do you want to be the tribal chief? Hell no. But yes, we all know who somebody who does, and they pointed to Solo.
No, that was when they said they would follow Solo into battle as the tribal chief.
Oh, they said they'd rather follow him and then Roman. But they didn't say that they wanted to be a tribal chief also, though. They did say they did not want to be tribal chief.
It's all about the wording, OMD. You got to listen.
It's all about the wording and how you say it. It's all about the story and how you phrase it.
But right off the get-go,
Jey, and can you eat it?
There you go. Yeah, buddy.
But is it about the big dog? Does Bron break it?
Break it down.
How about no? All right, I want to fix it up.
Do you want to light it up like AJ Lee?
Yeah. No, I don't.
No, if we're going to light it up, we light it up like Rev Theory.
It's a good song, by the way.
Forget it. I'm just going to burn it down.
Chad, I apologize for this. I started this, and I am sorry.
But as I was saying before, Jey, we're going to commercial right now.
Holy.
But Braun was exerting his dominance right off the start of this match. Or his strength, I should say.
Well, and that's what we have in this match. We have that classic speed versus power. We have we have to have that Jey Uso hitting and like that bob and weave kind of mentality, right? Like you got to hit it and you got to get your distance. You got to hit it, you got to get your distance, because we all know the freak that is Bron Breakker. It's very similar to how you were going to beat a young Brock Lesnar who was very, very quick, very agile, very strong, very similar to Bron Breakker, and kind of how you match up. The one thing Bron Breakker doesn't have that Jey Uso does is a load of experience. He has experience in title matches. Regardless if it's single or not, he has that experience, and he doesn't let the moment take advantage of him. He takes advantage of the moment. And that's why he's in the most decorated tag team of all time in WWE.
You're still right on that.
That's why he has more tag team titles than his brother. Yeet. Interact with the chat, you bums.
Are you talking to
Yeet.
me?
There, I did it. Yeah, you.
No.
Come on, Bubba.
Sorry, that was broke. Hold on.
For the guy who was going for him and he doesn't want to yeet, come on.
It was broke. Give me a minute. Jeez.
If it's broke,
broke.
delete. Yes. This just shows like how good my gut is in fantasy football, but how bad me not trusting it. I mean, at times, I legitimately thought about playing Malik Willis over Trevor Lawrence, and I should have.
Ooh. Yeah, Bobby's right here, saying that this is a good match between Bron Breakker and Jey Uso.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
For the title.
Let's take people from another brand out of the equation for a second. Who could we see potentially from Raw getting involved in?
Judgment Day?
Oh, 100% Judgment Day.
Yeah.
Jey Uso has been up in there with Mommy and Priest this whole time now.
Just based on like if Judgment Day is there, it opens up a can of worms. LWO, New Day,
right? Like
Final Testament, like everyone's kind of.
Here's a question being posed.
It just has a whole trickle down effect.
What do we think about Cody and Roman tagging up?
Can we like just finish the first one?
Yeah.
Okay. Because Bobby's coming in saying
talk too much.
No, you just have ADD.
ADHD, really bad.
Yeah, so calm down. Because Bobby was saying Ilya Dragunov is another one.
Okay. Yeah, well, yeah, because he's been dealing now with Judgment Day.
Now we get to the question. And bro, if you want to go back and watch the Chris Perish podcast from last night, you will hear everything I think about what's going to happen.
Yeah, that's a really good episode to watch. I'll be honest. He hit all the points. I can't disagree with what he has said on that program, so I would watch that for sure.
And if you want mine and OMD's thoughts, SmackDown Security Detail, Friday nights 8 p.m. We talk about that.
Yes.
I'm there too.
Yes, you are Perish.
Yep.
And my opinion is it's going to be crazy, cool, crazy, insane, because I think as soon as they win, the tribal chief is going to turn on Cody. Unless you look at the big picture, which is going to be Cody helping him get his bloodline back.
Well, I think it's Cody's just going to go his own way, and Roman's going to continue the feud with the bloodline.
Yeah.
Because of what's going on with Kevin Owens.
There you go.
Right now.
Yep.
There's our opinions. Thank you. Whoa, that was a cool move.
With the slingshot suplex, or
onto the rope, yeah.
Yeah. Braun getting a little too cocky for his own good right now.
I mean, but is he really though? Because he's got the muscle to back it up.
Hey, it ain't cocky if you can back it up, right? Kid Rock said that.
Yep,
exactly.
He added more words, but we're streaming.
Yep.
Oh God. Now we're starting to do the uncle push-up thing. Come on.
That's the cockiness I was talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. They were talking about him lipping off in the corner to somebody in the crowd.
Well, I mean that too.
But that's something that could catch up on him because of the experience of Jey Uso.
Yep.
And the inexperience of Bron Breakker. Sometimes he gets a little bit too caught up in the offbeat shenanigans.
He's back outside the ring again. And yeah, I seen that one coming. You ain't gonna get to do that twice on Bron Breakker. Come on now.
Oh.
And you guys got a commercial break coming up.
No.
Not another commercial break during the main event. Who would have thunk it?
Yep.
Oh, geez, he almost killed himself going over that table. Holy.
It's meaner than evil, bro.
She had to take tape off. That's how hard he got hit.
He doesn't want to get stuck.
Sorry, but if you open a tuna can and you think you're on the beach, you need to take your meds.
Well, that is a Greek food company, and Greece is known for their beaches. So,
yep.
I was just being a smartass.
I know. So was I.
Can't tell me you've never eaten on the beach, Bubba.
I have not.
Wow, we should maybe tell people what they can expect this week on Turnbuckle Studios with a nice little video.
Yes, we should.
Because this is getting very awkward right now.
For you, maybe.
So let's just play this calendar. It's like perfectly placed too.
Yeah, it is actually.
However, the Raw preview show now needs to be rebranded on here.
Yeah, and I told you to get me the new logo so I can do it. Did you? I don't think you did. Don't get
How in the hell would I do that? Because I have no idea.
Email, messenger. I mean, I know you're old, but I know you have them.
Do you know how to send attachments, OMD?
No,
I can show you.
I don't use email. Period. I have them. I don't use them.
And
get used to using them because you've been streaming for the last 2 years, so you might want to start using them.
Got 99 problems, but the attachment's not one.
But no, I can show you how to do it. It's not hard.
I mean, I can figure it out. But yeah, like I don't use my emails. I don't even check them.
You don't say. After this conversation, you don't say. You know who does check their email? Main event Jey Uso, and that's why he's in control of this matchup right now. No, he was.
He was.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta say, I like the look on Bron Breakker's face whenever he gets frustrated. It's almost like it's a natural like frustration, you know?
Well, I mean that helps. His acting is actually pretty decent.
Yeah.
I love the simplicity that Jey Uso, knowing that he was going over, he lost his footing, but he just grabs the singlet just to keep himself up. It's like just knowing where you are, knowing what you can do to help out, making sure things don't go wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Again, the ring experience.
And that's something that Bron Breakker will develop too over time. If he hasn't already developed that through his dad and his uncle, you know?
I think he does, but I don't think it's an instinctual thing yet that he thinks of. You know, like when you're a little bit more experienced and whatnot and comfortable in there, like those are kind of just the things that, you know, you do without thought. When you're new, it takes time for that to kind of come into your repertoire. I do think Bron Breakker is wasting a little too much time. He needs to stay on Jey Uso. He can't just look in his palms and be like, well, what do I have to do to beat this guy? Well, looking at your palms ain't going to solve it, buddy, so do something. You ain't The Rock. You don't got notes on your wrist, so just hit him.
I was just thinking that.
Isn't that kind of ironic that Uso's dad was so good at like the 360 sell off a clothesline, but both Jimmy and Jey are not good at it?
Right?
Like it's just not their thing.
It still amazes me when I watch like old Rikishi matches and I see him doing that.
Yeah, the first time I seen that big dude do that thing, I just about lost my mind. I was like, holy. Excuse me. Oh, here we go. Chugga chugga choo choo.
Oh.
Chugga 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 chugga. Oh, here we go.
Oh.
It means business now, people.
Wow.
Jey got him again. Again, the experience of studying your opponent. Uso splash.
What a view of the fans just in
Oh.
disbelief.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that one dude when Undertaker lost at Mania with like the bug eyes. What?
What I love about that is like a week after, because obviously that became a meme, a week after WWE.com interviewed the guy.
Not gonna lie, I didn't care about it though. It's like, I just remember being at a movie theater watching it, and like everyone was like just absolutely stone silent, and I just peep up. Taker's a jobber now.
Oh, what a kick to the face. Holy.
Really took that awkward silence out the window, though.
I was watching that night with a buddy of mine from in college, and
Holy.
no word of a lie, minutes before the finish even happened, he said, what if Taker loses? And I said to him, Taker's not losing this match. And then sure enough, 2 minutes later, Brock pins him.
Come on, Jey. Come on, Jey. It was a good spear. Give him another. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Wow.
Jey Uso's not going to win, is he? Come on. Sit on his head, man. Holy shit. Jey Uso won it. Well, OMD, we called it.
We did.
You did, but you also went back on yourself.
I did.
Holy.
No, not you. Papa did.
Wow.
And he won it clean, too. That's the interesting thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, that's usually how baby faces win.
Well, I mean, like, I was thinking about when you guys said if Jey loses by interference, I was thinking about how would Braun lose if Braun were to lose by interference. I thought of, like, Sami Zayn coming out, even though I know Sami's got his thing with Gunther coming up.
Is he going back out through the crowd? There you go. Go out the way you came in and get the hell out of Dodge. Show's over.
They got the hell out of the show pretty fast.
Well, they
the camera guy just ran into the security guard. Get out of the way. And that's it, boys.
It is.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, sit beside the kid with the title. There you go. There you go, kid. You got your 5 milliseconds of fame. Fuck half. Well, that's it, boy. We done.
We are.
Yeah.
Great. Good night, Joe.
Overall, I'm pretty surprised at that finish. I'm curious now where they go with Braun after this. I got to assume a rematch with Jey.
Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking like after Bronson Reed and Braun Strowman are done, you probably have Bronson Reed challenge Jey Uso, and then maybe you do something with Braun and Braun.
There you go.
Interesting. Provided either
Which
Braun Strowman or Braun Strowman aren't written off TV next week.
Why would they be written off TV?
Yeah.
Well, because
They're just going to brutalize each other next week.
Yep. Braun needs knee surgeries again, and I think he needs both his knees replaced.
Holy. So he's going to be out pretty well.
That guy's almost as fragile as a
CM Punk?
No, as a veteran Leaf. He is so fragile that the 2006 Leafs would sign him.
The 2006 Leafs can have him.
And they would take
Anyway, let's do those social medias, my friend.
No.
Get the hell out of Dodge.
Well, we still have to wrap up the show and give our overall thoughts, and I thought this was a hell of a show.
Yeah, really well put together show, I think. Bubba, what are your thoughts on the show?
It was a great show. I thoroughly enjoyed it, actually.
Of all the shows, this was the last one I've seen. So,
Of all the wrestling I've watched in the past week, this was the most recent episode I watched.
No, I mean, they it's something they've been doing lately. If you're not gonna, I mean, you have the PLE coming up, and then what do? They do a massive title switch right before it, just to keep people invested in their weekly episodic television shows, because you never know what's going to happen. So it's something that I don't think a lot of people truly thought Bron Breakker was going to have a short title reign. But the single fact that now we're seeing Jey Uso as a champion, on his own accord, he's a champion. I think now we're going to see kind of Monday Night Raw kind of go into that little stratosphere with a little bit more positivity, because now they have a face of the brand. And it might not necessarily just be CM Punk. It could be Jey Uso, because now they believe in Jey Uso as a champion. Because once you get that championship around your title or around your waist, the fans believe in you that much more now.
Yep, and we now finally have a face champion. So, just as you said, Perish, he could very well be the face of the show as well. All in all, one of the things I kind of like too is I noticed tonight that they're now starting to build past Bad Blood, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. Because I really think that we're going Sami Zayn and Gunther after Bad Blood, and not at Bad Blood.
Yeah, and another thing too, to answer the question of what does Bron Breakker do next, could very well be Ilya Dragunov.
Yeah.
And that's something that we haven't really discussed either. But maybe even Ilya Dragunov challenges Jey Uso, and we get just a very competitive match for the title, which then maybe Bronson Reed interrupts.
Right.
You're muted, Bess. Gotcha.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
And again, I'm going to suggest something that I know you guys are probably sick of me suggesting, but as you guys alluded to with the Judgment Day, we get Dom versus Jey.
We could. We very well
could.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't leave that out of the realm of possibilities. Because again, Dominic has been proving time and time again that he can walk the walk.
Best, now that you're not muted, what do you think?
I got to regain my train of thought because my mic actually unplugged. That's what had happened.
It doesn't
Sure.
What was I saying now? Fuck.
I don't know. We couldn't hear you.
I can't remember. I'm talking to myself here, Bubba.
But you're saying it out loud, so it doesn't.
Wait, you weren't doing that when you were muted?
No, I was saying that I like that they're building past the pay-per-view with Gunther and Sami.
Well, I mean, no. To your point, they have to because Bad Blood's going to come, Bad Blood's going to go. So eventually, what's after Bad Blood? It is Monday Night Raw. So what are you doing after? That's what wrestling is. Yeah, you build to your big events, but at the same time, there's always the next day, and that's a grueling part of WWE.
Yep, we do have the potential, as you suggested earlier too. I believe, Mr. Best, Saturday night's main event for that one.
Yeah, because I was saying with Saturday night's main event with this first one, you need a couple of big matches to get viewers back in tune to watching wrestling on Saturday nights for the main event.
I mean, I'm not sure if it's going to happen or not, but I have heard the potential of another crown jewel between the PLE and Survivor Series at the end of November.
I think they would have announced that by now.
I feel they would have, but again, these guys are going to get sick of me saying this. Why wouldn't it be a kayfabe thing to say nothing at all and then just be like, boom, we have another pay-per-view. Here it is, free.
And then, of course, you've got Sami of Syrian descent challenging Gunther in Saudi Arabia.
That's a possibility too, actually.
Right. Actually, it will be the 6th crown jewel and will take place Saturday, November 2nd, 2024 at the Kingdom Arena in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia.
Okay, so I must have missed the announcement on that one.
Perish. Just go like this. Just go.
I don't have to. The people already know.
I just did it for you.
Yeah.
Got to do the humble brag. So now we can hand out those socials, starting off with who should we go with?
No.
Let's looking at his phone.
Let's go with the man with the longest socials here now, and that being one Bubba Duke.
Seriously, mine are the longest now?
Yours are the longest now.
Nope, he's not, because look at this.
I don't have that anymore. It got deleted because somebody screwed up.
Okay, so he still is.
Oh dear Lord. OMD, let's just go with you.
All right, people, you can find me on my link tree, linktr.ee/OMD show.
Awesome. Best. Now let's go to you.
It's weird that link tree is still there, but it's gone now.
Hold on,
you can find me at my link tree at linktr.ee/Chris_best83.
Bubba Duke.
Yeah, you can find me on the YouTube at Bubba OMD and Twitch, Boar's Nest with Bubba Duke. Definitely check us out.
And you can catch me on my link tree at linktr.ee/ChrisPerish. Also, make sure you're checking out rogueenergy.com, as that's what I was drinking all episode long. Yes, it was that blue raspberry. It's solid. And if you want to try it out, sample size now, just make sure that you use promo code PERISH, PERISH, and you save yourself 10% because the more money you have, the more money you can take, and you can go and spend it at the Redbubble. Karl would like us to announce his Redbubble. So go to karlkarufel.redbubble.com and get some of those beautiful t-shirts, the wizardry one of OMD, the locker room visit. We got a nice little plethora of selections for all of y'all. Best? Do you want to close it off?
I'm lagging a little bit. Here, so can you go ahead and do that?
All right. I have no idea where this thing is. All right. That was the beautiful Raw Patrol for OMD, for Bubba Duke, for Chris Best, and for the Legmeister himself. And for me. Thank you. Have a good one. We'll see you next week.